call, please.
Ryan Milky. Steve Bastian.
Here.
Johnson.
Here.
Deacon Parsky.
Here.
Stephen Nickel. Here. Savannah Jones.
Excuse. We have the minutes from the common council meetings held on September 9th. Entertain a motion to approve.
Make that motion to approve the minutes.
Motion by Julie. Second by Mike. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? So carried. No public hearings scheduled this evening. Persons wishing to address the council. We have two individuals with us this evening. Our newest county board supervisor, Tom Nickel. Welcome. No one wishing to address the council. We'll move on to board, committee, and commission meetings. Any additions, changes, clarifications? Any minutes listed? Entertain a motion that we approve those minutes.
I'll make that motion.
Motion by Mike.
Second.
Second by Steve. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? So carried. On the consent agenda, communications, Police Chief Dale, anything to add? Fire Chief, EJ. That fill all the vacancies. City Clerk, Angie. Library Director, Brett. Good to hear. Director of Public Works. Alpine Utilities, Randy. Okay, entertain a motion then to approve the consent agenda reports. I'll make that motion. Motion by Keith.
Second.
Second by Julie. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carried. Your new business. Recreation Program Director, job description, agreement, and authorization to advertise to fill the vacancy. We've discussed this for a number of months. It was referred over to Angie and myself to meet with the director of the YMC of Beaver Dam to finalize the agreement and the job description, and also the YMC also needed approval from your board as well as the insurance company. My understanding approved both the job description and the agreement in the packet this evening for your consideration. Any comments or questions regarding this position?
Once this goes to the YMCA, we still have the opportunity to go through city.
Yes.
And we're probably looking at January 1st for everything to get done. I think Jen will have everything
Generally,
on
by
her
the
side.
time it would be advertised and the time period to obtain resumes and applications and
Bring it to the rec board.
advertising.
Can you remind us when you do that, if there is a termination of some type of time period?
believe
But
the
some
contract
goes
is for
nowhere.
a 1-year or a 2-year term with an opt-out after 1 year. So we'd be able to, after June, let's say the person starts in January, we would be able to opt out of the contract.
But would there be like a 30-day or 60-day before that opt-out opportunity that would be able to use?
I don't believe so, no. I don't think,
I didn't know, I didn't find that, that's what I'm just pointing out my
Brings
mistake.
yeah, that was part of it too, the discussion we had. Angie can share with you as part of the conversation we had with Jim.
The director Jen Poole from the Lions meeting, and she said too she's cool with things not working out. And they're not gonna stick it to us. We could just get out of it easily, say we don't need it anymore, we can pay our own, and we can just terminate the contract. Barbara just kind of asked me, she was providing this for January 1. She said possibly the sooner they would. So they pushing for sure.
I strongly hope that the city, that the senior center to Angie. So are you looking for a motion?
I'm looking for a motion for the YMCA to move forward with the advertising of the position.
I'll make that motion to go ahead and have the YMCA begin their search.
Second.
And they'll bring it forth to the rec board now, hopefully by December's rec meeting.
Yeah, we'll be working through the recreation board, but it's the YMCA position.
Right,
But
right.
she'll be communicating,
Okay.
the status of where they are in the process.
Okay. We just don't want to keep Rick Van Hoff out of the loop.
All in favor of the motion?
Aye.
Opposed? So carried. Title VI Transportation Plan. This was discussed at the committee of the whole meeting last month, and there was a recommendation to approve the Title VI plan. This is City of Wapata is a recipient of Federal Transit Administration grant dollars. Is required to comply with Title VI of the Civil Rights Act of 1964. And there's certain plan elements that are in place that the city will need to comply with, and working with my assistant Michelle, Department of Transportation, and our current taxi provider, we're able to meet those plan elements. Entertain a motion to approve transportation.
Does this need to be addressed at all at the transportation committee at all, or this supersedes the
The transportation or transit committee primarily functions when the contract comes up for renewal or renewal of any new applicants interested in providing the service.
I'll make that motion to approve?
Motion by Pete, second.
I'll second.
Second by Mike. All in favor?
Aye.
Okay.
Opposed? So carried. Under correspondence and presentation, the 2015 budget request. Department managers are here this evening. We'll start item A, police department. Dale, you want to give us an overview of your budget request for 15?
This department's going to be real easy this year. This is going to be one of those cycles where we're going to be asking for squad cars. We've got no capital outlay items to present to the council for request for 2015 budget. Vehicles that we have at this point should last us this year. For our general operating budget, we haven't asked for an increase in that, and I think it's going on 8 years. And Kyle has done some tweaking with it. That's the internal budget document. Not going to ask for any increases in that. Basically, status quo. that I think it cycles around about every 6 years, 5 or 6 years, we can look at it. And some cycle, anywhere comes around, we'll be asked for 2. I think this year was.
And contract for the employees was established last year.
Very well.
Their contract is 2015 is the second year of that contract. No negotiation here.
Ms. Gale,
Yeah,
that was
thank you,
easy.
Dale. Fire department, anything?
Fire department operating budget will be flat to last year. We did put in a capital outlay for $40,000 for man vehicle. The current vehicle is coming up on 12 years old, 80,000 miles. Current plan, if we work with the vehicle, current man vehicle would replace the SWAT that's used by the city enforcement officer. And that vehicle basically be sent to the surplus auction.
This evening, each of the department heads will present kind of their overview of their budget, primarily their capital requests. At the committee of the whole meeting at the end of the month, we can get into more of the discussion, deliberation. So tonight is just kind of let's hear the requests and have a couple weeks to review those and then be ready for the committee of the whole meeting. Some deliberation. Good. Thank you. Library, Brett.
We did increase one line item just based on past year with utilities. We did increase the utilities and a request of $2,000. Everything else is flat like general. No offense. Well, actually, because I'm tracking the terms, and I sent a copy to Jeff to figure out why we passed this starting this year.
Pretty much.
Under influence, duress.
Angie?
Yeah, kind of looking at in our office is our server. We go between computer services. And so we have server is quite old, and we replaced one of the hard drives. That he estimated was costing us $15,000. Plus we also the laptop and the computer that we use for overhead and meeting rooms and stuff, that one is very old. We'll be replacing that, he estimated that to be $12,000. Another projector also is not working, that's a whole lot more. We'll be looking at more computerized
Thank you. Dick? Public Works? Sure.
We just kind of switched. We didn't want to go with the block. That changed my time. We just kind of built it as it goes. We need something bigger for the entire city and better funding. Otherwise, we're all kind of coming out of our own with our own computers. I get it out of my budget. We get it out of your budget. So we just take a look and just see what's even left in there for like services and stuff like that.
Right. Two things we're looking at. GIS system. Jared contact. Also save some money. So hopefully we can cut down some of the paperwork, some of the stuff out. Speed that process up. We possibly review this back. Any changes in the field. Have I said I was taking the lead on this. Nancy's working on it. This is we're looking at a mower on there. I think I put in a budget of 57,000. It has come up to me that there's a used one coming in. It only has 250 hours on it. He said he could hold me.
Last night at the utility commission meeting, too, I know we discussed the software purchase.
Serve that utility.
Part of the public works budget over the last few years, we've done some projects, every couple of years now. Next year would be an off year. But we are looking at some major projects, 16 and probably 17 or 18 regarding Madison Street, Main Street and 16, Madison Street, Worker South. Following year, so talking to Dick, fund probably budget $5 million to go towards those major projects.
And I recall all of the things that we
Good, thank you. Okay, under recreation, the recreation board meeting last month, I know there was a number of groups that came to the meeting that were asking for some additional support. Worked some of those numbers into the budget based on the conversation.
From girls softball. Okay.
And this current year, we had budgeted for some possible improvements to the shelter at Dodge Park, and that the numbers came in, it was workable, and we talked the last couple of years too about some kind of a shelter out at Pine Street Park, because if the park is being utilized more and more, now with the pool out there and the trail, it's going to be utilized a lot more. So there is some fund money budget under capital outlay for the shelter. Hopefully we'll have it this time around.
I think we should probably look at King Beach as well. Not knowing, of course, what the outcome would be of a King survey, but we should put a little bit more effort into that as well.
Any other questions for recreation? Or Mike can do a serve on the rec board. No, it remains pretty similar to 2014 because we had budgeted for the improvement to the Dodge Park shelter. So we're not going to do it. We use the funds instead through the American Disabilities Tax Study facility. So there may be something that will come out of that. Under general government, kind of like to talk about planning and development. Over the past month and a half, 2 months, I've provided some information on the city's organizational structure. I've provided some information on a job description for a planner, developer. I've gotten some cost or wage information from other communities, most recently from Fond du Lac County Economic Development Corporation regarding what that type of position typically pays, and also provided a number of memos basing my rationale on moving forward with this kind of position here in the city of Wisconsin. So it's open for discussion this evening. I would like some direction, possibly move forward with the advertising. The job description needs your approval. I had some feedback on the job description. Those changes can be made. I'd like to move forward with consideration for that position.
my request for Clinton Mayor was to change it to have not only a basic understanding of writing grants, but also a successful history of writing some grants. It to me makes no sense to hire someone at Wildcat wages that we're still finding out grants and spending thousands and thousands of dollars potentially every year. And I would request the council to consider that as one of the requirements for the person with not only knowledge but also success in obtaining grants.
Based on the experience you're talking?
Yes, I think that would fall under experience. It certainly would show a proven track record on the individual. It's certainly verifiable, and it certainly would help their resume as well as opportunities in further development.
Over the past 2 or 3 years, we've seen a number of developments occur in the community, and I believe that this position, based on where we are, will keep that momentum going. Myself, currently the mayor and common council makeup, I believe that an economic development type position would serve this community well. In the past, each mayor has been elected, come to the common council, and provided an organizational arrangement that they felt was the best fit for the community at that time. And reflecting on being the mayor the past 6 months, I believe moving forward, this position would bring value to the community.
And the only comment I concur is that as the mayors change, their job description in order to be elected does not include any of these things we're looking in front of us. So although that could change, and all of us even on the council with our full-time jobs, may not have knowledge in these areas, I think this provides some continuity and certainly brings us to where we should have been perhaps some time ago.
I agree.
And the last time we had an economic developer was
10 years ago. We had an economic development position, and Mayor Reinap was elected. He opted and requested for the council to move in the direction of the city administrator and the administrator's duties for economic development. And the economic development position was named, and being that I've been in that position for a number of years, I feel personal working relationships with the individual would be more valuable having an economic development planning individual in our community than an administrator at this time. As Pete mentioned, as the mayor's change, the mayor may seek an administrator that would be more value to the community. With an agreement, entertain a motion to move forward with developing, job ads. I'd also like at least 2 members of the city council to serve on the interviews for random volunteers.
I would make the motion, but I'd also like to include my initial first comments with some type of language on the grants, writing, knowledge, and success to be included in this.
Yeah. I was waiting to see what we needed.
Second by Mike. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed?
be one of the two you're speaking of?
There's like a couple of members on the other team.
Both all homeowners can make go to treat whatever you want. It doesn't affect me to have any of my other. But we're all have pretty much the advantage of the years of experience we have here is we all the learning curve is over. We have the basic knowledge that's needed. We've all participated in this review and or discussion, so any one of them might be happy with whether they're part of it or me.
Otherwise,
Just, if you want,
shoot me an email, expressing interest on the goal.
Okay.
Probably also like maybe a manager on the committee, Angie. We'll move forward. And the resolutions and ordinances. Ordinance 14-05 to amend Chapter 12 entitled Public Utilities. Wellhead Protection Ordinance. This was also at the committee of the whole meeting and was recommended to the common council for approval.
Yeah.
Excuse me, we had a first reading.
So it's up for a second reading, and if you would like, you can go ahead and approve it. We've talked about it several times. I'll let Amy jump in if he wants. But this would allow the utility commission to grant permits for the installation of private wells within the city of Waupun on such terms as the utility commission considers to be appropriate. The issues that would be primarily considered by the utility commission in granting such approval would be whether the private well poses a serious risk to our own municipal existing wells. In other words, is there a risk of contamination to our existing municipal wells? And the secondary concern would be the economic impact on the property owner of not granting such a permit. Again, if a permit were granted, that would not in any way take away from the state permit requirements, so they would still have to meet code provisions in the installation, maintenance, and eventually abandonment of any well that were to be installed. As you all know, this issue has been discussed for quite some time. I think maybe on a department head level. I do recall having discussions with Zach about it. I think I even recall having discussions with Dennis Westhouse about it, and certainly with Randy. I think it came to a head, of course, because of Bob Wester's request and because of the high cost of requiring him to connect the property to.
What was that cost again for him to connect?
$200,000 or so, if I recall. Randy, am I right on that? 275. So I mean, too conservative.
To run from Bob's down. $275, correct?
Now, in all fairness to the utility commission, that's the initial charge, and then as other people hook up, they can be reimbursed for that, but that could be years or decades or whenever. So I think when we're looking at economic hardship, that's the issue. We also, in order to expedite this matter, assuming that you want to go ahead and pass the ordinance, the utility commission has specified certain terms and provisions they wanted to put into a private well agreement. I drafted such an agreement. Bob Wester has not seen it yet, but Randy took a look at it and Kyle took a look at it, and based on what the utility commission told us they wanted in it, I think that Randy and Kyle are comfortable with it. And I did note, I know Pete had some concerns before about was the city opening itself up to potential liability for lawsuits by going ahead with something like this, and I did put in, as I mentioned to Pete, an indemnification provision, so that wouldn't be the responsibility of the city. I still hold to my position that I think that's very, very unlikely. Again, in light of the fact that the state has its own process for obtaining a code compliant well, maintaining that and properly at the end, I think that this is pretty minimal, and we did put it in. I agree with your concern. So again, we do have something like that ready to go if you decide to go ahead and approve the ordinance. And if you have questions or comments, or if Randy wants to jump in, now would be
last night was all in favor.
The meeting last night was not all those.
Okay. Okay, all right.
Any other comments, questions?
I was part of the utility commission where I voted against it. I think what Dan did does address some of those concerns. I just am concerned that this does not open up a floodgate of other people wishing to do the same, because we are a city of Waupun. We have, just as our rates are for filling people, whether it's garbage, whether it's food services or anything, I believe this is also a nice example of that. But since the city attorney has addressed the major concern of for this conservation.
Any other comments? Otherwise, I entertain a motion to adopt.
I'll make that motion.
Motion by Mike, second by Steve. Roll call, please.
Steve Bastian.
Aye.
Johnson.
Aye.
Kuzmowski.
Aye.
Seaman.
Aye.
Motion carried. Item number 2 under resolutions and ordinances, ordinance 14-06, amend chapter 605, Karen 2, titled Traffic Code, Senior Center parking, van parking stall. It's come out of Public Works. I think it'll, are they gonna be parking out here anymore? No, they're not. Okay, I entertain a motion to adopt.
Second.
Roll call, please.
Steve Bastian. Mike Johnson.
Aye.
Kuzmowski.
Aye.
Aye.
Licenses, we have operator's license, Cynthia Amacher, and then a temporary class B retail, oh, I'm sorry, let me move up one, payment of the bills, thanks, Steve.
I'll make that motion to pay the bills.
Second.
I'll second.
Any questions, comments? Roll call, please.
Aye.
Aye.
Mike.
Aye.
Kuzmowski.
Aye.
Aye.
Should turn it around.
Carried. Licenses, operator's license for Cynthia Amacher and temporary class B retailer's license for Waupun Festival Inc. Dale? Thank you. Entertain a motion to approve both of those licenses.
I'll make that motion to approve both.
Motion by Mike, is there a second?
Second.
Second by Julie, all in favor?
Aye.
So carried. We do have one item in closed session I'd like to discuss regarding development under 1985 1 E of Wisconsin statutes. Motion to go into closed session by Steve.
Second.
Steve Bastian.
Aye.
Mike Johnson.
Aye.
Kuzmowski.
Aye.
Aye.
So carried. Thank you. Okay. And we'll take a
those kind of things. I don't know how I would do that.